It is not because of Congress, but it was the collective, I think, opinion of Naga people that we want something good, quite different from what we have been having for the last 2 decades. That is the expression which they have demonstrated very vividly, very clearly to the country, to the people, and the existing government by electing Subramanian. Actually, it is really taxing the people of Tuensang area also. So I wish that both central government and the state government jointly decide quickly what kind of arrangement would be best for the people of Mon Tuensang area now or in future. Because we have to give the future more, we have to attach more importance to the future. And therefore, this MPO problem requires, I think, immediate attention both by the state government as well as by this central government. And we should have open mind on this. And we should not be influenced by politics because we are dealing with a human problem. I'm a congressman. I always looked Nagaland in the context of the whole country, not in the context of Ao or Angami or Lada. So unless we ourselves fashion our future according to the national objective, then we shall always be dwarf. That is the reason why national party like Congress, which is secular, alone can bring all the tribes together because they don't believe in this tribalism. They believe in secularism.
Hello viewers, welcome to Forward Nagaland News. Amian apni hange hodai alak alak khobor luina ai thagia nisna. Ajibi amian ekta important topics te ekta duita topics la upor de khota ko lai hina ase aro aji ahina khota ko thagia do he's none other than amian laga Sir AC Jamir. Tai tu Chief Minister of Nagaland for the fourth term thagise aro Governor of Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra aro Goa. Aro khali tu ekla nohine tai du member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha bi thakisugune apni hangi tu janai dia ase. To aji amihan khota kole aya nishna itula age de khota luine jai jabo idu karne apni han bi mon digine hun dibi gune itu khobor luine apni hangi janai dia ase. So welcome sir, welcome to Forward Nagaland News. So sir, we'll be discussing on today our main topics, especially for the Lok Sabha election, where our Sir Subramanian Jamir he won. So sir, like Nagas are in the habit of electing the political parties in power in every election and particularly parliamentary election. However, elections results was different this time and Shri Subramanian Jamir, sponsored by the Indian National Congress, was elected to the lone Lok Sabha seat from Nagaland. So sir, in your opinion, the outcome of the Lok Sabha result was related to the poor governance of the parties in the power in the state, or was it some other elements?
For the first time, Nagaland had cashless parliamentary election in which the Naga people freely exercised their vote. According to my opinion, the people of Nagaland, they are longing desperately for a change in everything, politically, economically, administratively, in everything, because Naga people have been living under a very different situation for the last more than 2 decades. Now during this parliamentary election, I have been carefully witnessing what could be the voice of the Naga people in electing their representatives. Now, the ruling party have put up a candidate, and in Congress party, they have also put up another candidate, and one independent was also there. As far as Congress is concerned, practically there is no organization as such. But why people have voted for this Subramanian, who is the candidate of the Indian National Congress? Number one, the people are thoroughly fed up, not only tired but fed up, with the kind of monotonous, confused situation prevalent in the country for the last 2 decades. Secondly, the people are not at all happy with the kind of governance that we are facing today. Practically, there is no governance because Nagaland is a land of governments. It's a land of prime ministers, presidents, commander-in-chiefs, and so on and so forth. But in the real sense of the term, we are living in a very chaotic condition today. People cannot express their views freely. They cannot speak out honestly what they want to think. And all their ambition, all their dream have been shattered, so much so that they want to show a lesson both to the government of India and to the government of Nagaland. It is not because of Congress, but it was the collective, I think, opinion of Naga people that we want something quite different from what we have been having for the last 2 decades. That is the expression which they have demonstrated very vividly, very clearly to the country, to the people, and the existing government by electing Subramanian. That is one. Secondly, people are now little apprehensive about the policy of the present government vis-a-vis Christianity. Persecutions of Christians, burning of churches, almost, especially in Manipur, in our neighboring state. But during that time, the present government remained quite silent. When other people were condemning, at least the leadership of Nagaland, they remained very quiet. And that had really antagonized the Christian community in Nagaland. And therefore, both for a change and as an expression of anger, disappointment, disillusionment, I think they have shown to the country and to the existing government that people are not happy at all.
So, moving on to the next question. In the later parts of the 70s, around 78 and 79, there was a demand for union territory, and after 3 decades or so, another demand for frontier Nagaland has started from the people of eastern Nagaland, the then Twinsang and Mon district. Do you agree that the eastern part of the state has been neglected for many years and need to attend to the just demand?
I want to tell you the genesis. Creation of the state of Nagaland. The people of Twinsang and Monte have played a very important role because 8 tribes of the then Twinsang Frontier Division and 8 tribes of the then Naga Hills of Assam. It was a collective decision of these 16 tribes that we should remain as a same family because we're all Nagas. And you should remember that the first integration of Naga areas took place in 1957 when Twinsang Frontier Division was amalgamated with the then Naga Hills of Assam under a very separate administration known as Naga Hills Twinsang Ria under the External Affairs Ministry. Since then, politically, economically, and everything, we have been working as a family members. And we know that Tuensang Frontier Division was unadministered for many long years during British time. Even the headquarters of Tuensang was established only in 1948. So obviously, this area was economically very backward. So when we formed the state, it was thought that we had to pay a very special attention for the development of this Tuensang Frontier Division. That is the reason why, when 16 points agreement was drafted, a special provision was made for Tuensang Frontier Division. And that was 10-year special provision. They'll have a regional council where they can really discuss about their local problems. Because you know, it is the weather where the shoes pinches. And therefore, we thought that by having a regional council, representative of the various areas like the Chang, like the Sangtam, the Koyak, the Yimchungar, or Kemongan, and so on and so forth, they know their problem. And therefore, we want to give them an opportunity to discuss their own problem in their own regional council under a very special provision. And under that special provisions, we have provided that the governor should have a special responsibility to look after them in matters of development and this funding. Of course, the power will be with the state. So we have asked them to run that regional council by themselves. But after 3 years, they thought it best that it's better to be fully integrated with the rest of the people of the state. So they have abolished that regional council, and then they started participating in the overall general election. So accordingly, when general election was held, in the second general election, all of them were participated. So from the very beginning, we have appointed cabinet ministers who is fully in charge of the Tuensang Frontier Division. Because at that time there was only one district. And then they have representation, 20 MLAs plus ministers. Then, in order to broaden their outlook, we have decided that members of parliament should be sent from Tuensang area. So, men like this Ching Wang, 2 terms, Wang Yu, then Siem Chang, Asamba Santam, and then now even in Rajya Sabha there's a lady. So our aim was that they should also broaden their outlook. It is not only Nagaland, but we belong to the whole country. So in order to have that concept, we have provided this opportunity for the Tuensang people to represent Nagaland in Indian Parliament. Now, it is that they have never demanded union territory as such, at least during my time. But I don't like to disclose how it started. It is not the disease emanated from us. It is a disease emanated from Minister of Home Affairs in 1997, after this ceasefire with NSNIM. So we cannot blame neither Tuensang people nor present government. It is the, I think, handiwork of the then officials of the Home Ministry. And I'll tell you, in order to divide us, when I was a chief minister, they arranged economic development seminar in Mon and Tuensang without the permission of the state government. And when do you want to have this seminar, when they announced, I spoke to Home Minister, and Rajiv Gupta was there that time, because I.K. Gujaral was Prime Minister. Then I told him, I am not going to allow your this seminar. Then he said, how? This is my state. Without my permission, I will not allow anybody to interfere in the affairs of the state government. So at last they have asked Chief Secretary to initiate. Accordingly, they have sent the message to Chief Secretary to take charge. And we have had that seminar, both at Tuensang and Mon respectively. They have promised many things, but not a single pie was paid for that. So you should now read why they have not given. Because the intention was to divide us, but I stood firmly that I will not allow this kind of thing to play. So for some time there was a lull. And as far as economic development is concerned, I also feel sorry that justice was not done to Tuensang. I think we are focusing too much on Kohima district and Dimapur district. I think this is not good. There should be equitable distribution of fund for the entire state, especially for Tuensang. If you see the roads in a horrible condition, if you see the schools in a terrible condition. So some people have got a right to get angry, but it should not be a political issue. It should be an issue which can be resolved within Nagaland, not with the government of India, because we know the problem better than the government of India. And therefore my idea was that why should you quarrel among ourselves, number one? And why should you allow Indian government to directly interfere in the affairs of the state of Nagaland by passing the state government? Because it is we who should look after them, not they, in the long run. So my view is they really require a special treatment for some time to come. And that's economic development. Say as for example, if we can have a proper road communication connecting all the areas in this Mount Tuensang area with the rest of the state and with Assam. And then that road will be beneficial to us because when Logi's policy is matured, naturally, the first area will be Mount Tuensang area. So we should also provide facilities, opportunities for that economic development at that point of time. Secondly, education is very important. But what about the schools? I think in many schools, people don't like to go as a teacher. Even officers don't like to serve in that area. I think this negative attitude has to go. Because if any bright officers are there, they should be sent to Mount Tuensang area. Good officers. Because we want that efficient administration in that part of the country. Then road communications. I'm very sorry that after withdrawing this central forces, this road construction is now in deliberated condition. And therefore, my suggestion is, whatever autonomy is required, give them, no harm. Whatever economic baggage have to be drawn up, do it. But we have to caution. They are thinking about the present. Many of the leaders of Tuensang, they are thinking only about the present. But after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, their population will multiply. Their literacy will definitely come up to the level of other parts of the state. That time, employment issue will come. But if they confine only to Mount Tuensang area as in the draft indicated, I've seen, it will be dangerous. So they should keep it open because people of Tuensang area, even though we are given special provision, they should have the opportunities, facilities for future employment, not only in Nagaland, everywhere. So, in their present draft, I think they said class 4, class 3 should be confined only to this area, but that will be limiting their employment opportunities. So, let the entire state, entire country, Peter field, not confined only to this MPO area. So I feel that center should not interfere too much in this, and if it is to be done, let it be done in consultation with the state government. I think we know the best what is the problem, and leadership also should be very frank and transparent in their approach to the problem. And if there is any problem, which is not possible, say, tell them that it's not possible. But whatever is possible, we should say yes, and we should not delay, because it is neither hot nor cold. It's not a lukewarm stage. Actually, it is really taxing the people of Tuensang area also. So I wish that both central government and state government jointly decide quickly what kind of arrangement would be best for the people of Mon Tuensang area now or in future, because we have to keep the future more. We have to attach more importance to the future, and therefore, this MPO problem requires, I think, immediate attention both by the state government as well as by this central government, and we should have open mind on this, and we should not be influenced by politics, because we are dealing with a human problem. That's what.
We have seen some interviews, I think, with Notice 8. There, you have like made a statement where you seem to have placed the blame of underdevelopment of Eastern Nagaland mostly on the MLAs of Eastern Nagaland.
No, I have been saying repeatedly. 20 MLAs from MPO area, they have got the responsibility to take care of their own areas, because it is they who knows the problem, and therefore they should be more concerned about other thing than their own problem, because they should not have neglected. And that's what they have neglected, but I think there might be a shortcoming because they were not, many of them were not experienced in administration also. They may have good intention, but due to lack of knowledge, experience, I think there have been shortfall in their performance.
After Shri Supong Merin Jamir, after he won this Lok Sabha election, we have been moving around and talking with many political parties, especially Congress party. So like, after he won, while we go to some programs and all, the Congress party, they are very positive now for the upcoming assembly election, that they will secure a good place. So like, what is your opinion on that, sir?
No, I sincerely feel that only national party alone can bring unity among different sections of people. Because I'm a congressman, I always looked Nagaland in the context of the whole country, not in the context of Ao or Angkami or Lada. So unless we ourselves fashion our future according to the national objective, then we shall always be dwarf. That is the reason why national party like Congress, which is secular, alone can bring all the tribes together, because they don't believe in this tribalism. They believe in secularism, and they are not hypocrite. Congress believe in the unity and dignity of the country. Congress gives sanctity to the Constitution of India. They are not hypocrite. Whatever they believe, they tell our people. They are not afraid of this underground. because they are telling the truth to the underground also. So as far as Congress is concerned, their color is very clear. They are neither enemy nor supporter of any group who are trying to secede from India. And therefore, the wave which have been created during this parliamentary election, I think Congress party should harvest on this goodwill of the people for a better future of Nagaland, because our regionalism have already reached a limit also. They have nothing to tell the people, because all the time talking about underground people will not do. Now we have to look to the future, how to go hand in hand with the rest of the country, with the rest of the world. And this is possible only when your mindset is completely changed from your local view to national vision. So Congress party alone can project that image to the country, to the world. And I hope leaders of the Congress, they should now put their heads together without any prejudice. And I wish that people who are enlightened should now join Indian National Congress to salvage the hopes and aspirations of the younger generation of Naga people.
Hello, when we meet people and all, like all this, when we talk about money politics and all, people used to say, "Hey, do Jamir shuru kurise." Just people outside. So I really wanted to ask this question to you, sir, because we are very young. We don't know anything about that. Money politics started by you, Manohankoi. People say that.
By me?
No, yeah, by you started. So they are making that allegations. So what do you have to say on this, sir? This is the last question.
As far as I'm concerned, whenever we contested, people used to bring pigs, cows, rice, fuel, and then it was not so much expenditure. But how it came up, we also don't know. But now people have commercialized this election. During my time, we have never had this kind of commercialization of election. That's why I think I'm proud to say that in those days, those people who were elected, they are men of integrity, they are men of conviction, and they are men of devotion. So whatever they are trying to this involvement in this, I have nothing to do with this, because our approach was quite clear. And you might have seen my ministry, the representative. Was there anybody who was corrupt at that time? No. You have never heard anything about percentage, which is now a common parlance in political field. You have never heard. Because during our time, whatever we have given to contractors, they have done it. No ministers, no one have asked even percentage. Yes, during election, they used to help us. That's true. But we have never had that, now they call that collaboration with businessmen or industrial. We have never had during my time. I cannot tell you very frankly. Because that time, fund was very limited. So we have to now sparingly there's a use for all the economic development. Because money started flowing only when this Congress ministry was formed under this Narasimha Rao. Otherwise, there was no money.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So viewers, koi dia nishna, dikhai dia nishna, aji ki doubts khan daikse, amen ki issues opore thaikse, sir ki khoda ko daikse, tai braja amen ge bhalba bujai dise, aro last question hodia nishna allegations la opor dibe, aji talo de hodine tai par kinika clear ba ko ase koi disha amen sir SC Jamir ba. Idu garne inika khobor aro alak updates khan garne apni side thakibi Forward Nagaland News, moi Aram Achumi for FNN.